All right. So y'all just watched some clips, a clip of Unordinary Love.
Uh-huh. What I'm gonna say is that it's just a teaser.
It's a teaser.
It's a teaser. I know, because you sitting here saying I want it more, but we can't do that. We can't do that.
I don't want to give it away. They got a screening going down in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm gonna let the guests talk about that. Yes. But I want y'all to go right now to watch Jarrow. That's watch WATCHJARO.com. Mm-hmm. It is under PVIFF. I can't mess up with Lynn's joint. It's Peachtree Village International Film Festival. It's the 17th anniversary or 17th edition of this short film festival. I'm telling you, man, it's amazing people. Yeah. It's crazy that we get the chance to speak to someone that I may have allegedly voted for. So I don't want everybody else to say, why he voted. Okay.
Your vote is a secret.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would have voted for that film.
That is a contender. Yes, it is. I mean, you have some amazing people with some amazing gifts. So it's kind of hard, but you got to make a decision. But it's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
But we want to bring in the writer, the director, the actress in this joint. Before I do that, Lady D, how have you been doing?
I've been doing okay.
Okay, you're looking okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I've been hanging in there. Okay. My vocal cord is getting really better. It's getting better.
It's getting better.
I'm able to sing.
No singing. No singing. No singing. No singing.
Okay.
Rest your voice, sweetheart.
Now you want me to rest my voice.
Keep it light.
Kanye West is in the stories. You know what? Let me just say this real quick, because I don't want to get into a war of words with people, my family and friends, because we want to support them as much as we can. One of the things I have to say is that mental health or mental illness has no exemptions.
No exemptions.
We promote and we push mental health awareness 365 days a year through Roadshow Alliance, Suicide Prevention, through My Life Matters, through your project. Mm-hmm. So we are fully about mental health awareness.
Right.
One of the things I have to say is that we're so concerned about the Jewish comments, the Black comments, so we're not really looking at the big issue that maybe our brother needs some prayer and needs to focus a little bit more on his mental health. And because what happened is, someone that's battling depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever it is. I'm just saying, I'm not saying Kanye has this, but what I'm saying is if someone is battling that, the worst thing that we can do as people is to add gas to the fire.
Yeah.
Putting the camera in his face.
Absolutely.
Talking about all these things he should be doing.
Right.
Oh, they dropped him, but they didn't cancel him because of that.
Yeah.
We on the internet is really like, it's just so much. So prayers goes out to Kanye West, or Ye, and we hope that we can continue to support him and do the best we can. But right now we want to support some of these filmmakers. We want to support some of these wonderful gifts. Because again, Lady D, Lynn be dropping stuff on me. He's like, yo, hey, can you talk to Lady D and see if we can get this other filmmaker? I said, who is it? He said, my man Damien D. Smith. He did the Free to Be Free here thing.
We want to talk
and
to
I said, Will, did Rich tell you I voted for that too? Like, is he telling you what I'm doing? And so you sending me all the people. I can see what's going on. Put your hands together for the amazing, the gifted.
You don't keep secrets, do you?
No, I told Rich. I didn't know what Rich was doing. Put your hands together for Amanda Rosario. Class. Let's dance. Let's bing with it. Rock with it. Okay, so she might be a cousin.
I see this.
We figured out right away.
Right away. You always have that cousin that just join in and just be like, ooh, that's our cousin.
World famous swag in the morning. Welcome, 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 welcome. We already in love with you that fast.
That's it. It just takes a few seconds. That's all it takes. A few seconds to find out where you fit at in the family. We figured out you are our cousin.
You are our cousin.
She our cool cousin.
She the cool cousin on the side of funerals. Like your cousin. Don't let me say it.
Yeah. She might be the one that acts up at the funeral. With
be at the funeral, be like, "Is that our cousin over there?" Yeah, girl.
Yes.
I know we at a funeral, but what in the world does she have on?
Yeah, that would be us. But it's
Is that
cool.
Amanda?
We love it. Come on.
I'm gonna call her A plus.
Okay.
A plus.
I plead the fifth.
A plus. So listen, welcome to The Stage Is Yours. As you know, you're a family member already. So let me ask you this. This is what I ask everyone that comes in our house. How have you been maintaining and handling your personal life during this pandemic? Talk to us.
Wow. So for me, let me take a few steps back. When I was younger, I did have, depression. And what I had to learn was I won't say I fixed it, but I was able to help myself by changing my diet. And a lot of people don't realize that the foods that we consume can either help or hurt you, not just physically, but also mentally. So I did a lot of research in foods that would help kind of alleviate feelings of or moodiness or sadness and things of that nature. And a lot of it can be, contributed to the types of foods that we eat. So with that in mind, over the pandemic, we just kind of increased, our vegetation, of course, fruits and vegetables, and, tried to stay as active as we possibly could, confined to our home and our yard, but just, try to, do the most simplest things like getting sunlight and, just really back to, earth kind of things. So that kind of helped with our mental health, not just for me, but for my husband and our children. That's what we tried to do during the pandemic.
Okay.
I love it.
Food plays an important part.
Yes.
And I think, I think a lot of people don't, a lot of us don't realize that food really does play a part.
Yes.
We're so busy consuming it and then, not really understanding the effects that it has on us. So thank you for really mentioning that. That's something I probably should look into.
I agree. I didn't even realize that, it was someone said something to me a while back about how we eat the food of these days is really different from the food of the old days, where our mental health and the balance of our mental and physical health, because a lot of people really focus on working out.
Right.
Like I'm in the gym, I'm getting it good, but no one ever speaks about working that mind out.
Yeah.
Consuming all of the stuff on top of internet being the new obituary. Yeah. Because when you get on the internet, you see somebody's picture, you be like, oh man, I hope nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's no caption. So you wondering about that. And so those things are taking a strain on our mental health. Even right now with Mr. Kanye, like, he's all of this stuff. It's like we as people we're forgiving and we are going to push and all of these things that's going on, but we overlooking the fact that maybe there's some things there that we're not looking at. We're looking at he's a genius in music. Yes. Most people, and this is the misconception of mental illness, right? People assume if you have a mental illness, you're not a genius. You're crazy.
Right.
You're crazy if you believe that. And that's the stigma in the African-American community is that I'm going to use Donny Hathaway for an example. I'm a big fan still. His daughter sent us shirts to his nonprofit and his mental health awareness nonprofit he has. And so Donny Hathaway he was paranoid or schizophrenia. And he wrote songs. He was a genius and stuff was in his head and made him jump out of the window in a hotel in New York. So when I look at Kanye, I look at similarity things that Donny had. And a lot of people was overlooking it. It's like, okay, Kanye's smarter than our group, people in our age group is not seeing it because back in those days, there was no people to diagnose people with mental illness. So Donnie had it bad. Nowadays, there's so many resources that we have that we can't ignore. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing that.
That's a good nugget for our viewers to really, really pick up on, is that check the food that we're eating. Check that food that we're eating. I know that made somebody mad because they were like, dag it. You know, I know. I'm one of them. Like, I want to tear his ankles up. Like, you had to ask that question now, you know, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll benefit from it. So I'm okay.
So Cousin A, what got you into film acting? Oh my gosh. UnOrdinary Love. We're gonna talk about that, how that came about. But what got you into doing this amazing thing that you're doing? When did you find out you had it?
Ooh, so long story short, my husband actually helped me with this journey into the entertainment industry. I used to model as a kid. I still modeled, you know, when I was a little, you know, in college and stuff. But the dream that I had for myself was, I was like, oh, I want to be on magazine covers and stuff like that and do commercials. And he was like, you know, out of the blue, he was at the grocery store shopping and he was looking at some of the magazines and he was like, none of these people on these covers are like models, unless you're like looking at Vogue, and like none of these people are like models. So he came home, he was like, you ever thought about acting? I was like, ooh, no, I'm not doing that. And he was like, wait, what? Because I was like, trauma trigger, hello. So when I was a little kid, I did theater. And we had a show one night and I totally messed up the end of the show because I missed one word out of my whole monologue because I was looking for my mom in the audience, like scanning. Like, don't do that, people.
Wow.
Don't scan the audience. But as a kid, I didn't see her. So then I got stuck on that last word and they had to give it to me. And then I just blurted it out and ran off the stage. So that was like, I'm never doing that again. So when he said, yeah, go ahead and act, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. He was like, but you act anyway in front of the camera. I was like, but that's still like, all I have to do is, you know, act in the moment and be done with it. And I get my, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, and one thing that he's always like, we talk together about this type of stuff. And one of the things that I learned earlier on in our relationship, he was like, if there's something that you're dealing with, deal with it head on. Because then it just compiles on itself if you don't just deal with an issue head on. So I was like, all right, fixing the trauma, acting classes. Went to acting classes, got my little swing back, and then, you know, realized I can do this. And so that's how acting got started. As far as directing and producing, that came along the way because I kind of saw other things that I like to do. And I was like, I like to put projects together. Producing. And then the director bug hit me with this film because I had a clear vision on what it is that I wanted it to look like. And so that's where directing came in.
Okay, so I like the fact, see, Lady D,
here we go.
You heard what she said.
You set me, cousin, you set me up.
She said what she said, and I like what she said. You know, I'm behind the scenes when you're doing your thing. But I like the husbands that kind of encourage the wives to do the things that is inside of them that they're not wanting to bring out of them.
Okay.
Okay. You're slow, Lady D. And the thing is, you're slow on purpose. You're slow on purpose.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Always hate. All right. So hate. Yeah, and my wife is a hater. Okay, so how did UnOrdinary Love came about? Because look, sometimes you birth things based on what you see, based on things what you hear. So how did that title of this look? First of all, I know it's an amazing. I saw the clippings of it, a couple of little 9 minutes of it, and I was like, I need more. So I want people right now to go to Watch Gyro. That's WATCHJARO.com. Free membership. You click on PVIFF Film Festival short film, and you go ahead and see all the amazing directors and actors and writers and you pick the film and you watch it. But Unordinary Love is there. Scroll down, you'll see it. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Yeah, light-skinned cousins vote for one another. Okay, vote that in. Vote. So how did that title come about?
Oh my
God. So the beginnings of Unordinary Love, I have a writing partner and also a co-director. His name is Curtis Brown. Shout out to Curtis.
Yep. Shout out to Curtis Brown.
He's working this evening, or else he would be with us. So he's at work grinding. So but he heard a story from a person that he knew about what happened to her grandparents. And we took in some of the elements of that particular story. We changed a lot because, of course, we want to make it more dramatic than what it was. But some elements that we kind of kept, which was he met the love of his life while hitchhiking. And that there was a young lady that was living with him. However, we don't know what that relationship was, because shortly after meeting the love of his life, that person just moved out. Like, we think it was a relative or someone that was just staying with him temporarily. But for our story, we turned it into a love triangle. So that's why it was inspired by a true story, because those two elements were actually what happened in the real life story. So Unordinary Love, the title Unordinary Love came about because the story itself is so unique and it's not ordinary. So instead of saying not ordinary, I was like unordinary. So it was kind of like, a play on words type of deal. And that's how that came to be.
Yeah, something, I love the title. Because for me, it explains, unordinary, because there is no man that better come home and say, you gotta leave. What? You gotta leave? I wanted to fight him for that. I'm like, babe, don't try it.
But he chose cousin A. That was cousin A.
I get it.
She was bugged out, throwing glasses. See,
I get it.
She's throwing stuff and arguing day after.
I
I'm giving it too much work. Look,
I totally get it, but I'm sitting there saying, "Oh my God, he kicked it. And then she asked, "What you?" He said it again. I said, "Oh yeah, he crazy.
He gotta leave." She's like, "I thought I was the one."
And that's the unordinary for me, because I don't think they're going to. So I say to them, if y'all see this film, please don't try that part right there, because that's just going to go real bad for somebody.
You got to hear the narrating, the old guy narrating when you can hear the elderness.
I love
so it's like I grew old with my love of my life. And first of all, the thing I like about this is that he's telling a story. She's the love of his life, and you just got this suspense of what happened.
Yeah.
Like, why is he narrating? What happened to her? Like, her mama. This is Lady D. Look. I know cousin ain't gonna get mad. Yo, Lady D and Prince Creek, y'all giving away too much. I gotta say this. When the mama said, "Don't come home, don't bring no babies home," like, why do old people always say some crazy stuff like that? As if she gonna go and bring you got a baby. Like Oprah, she going to some Oprah you get a baby. You get a baby. I take one. Like, I get a baby. I'm gonna bring a baby home.
Yeah. You just gotta put that bug in their ear so they understand. That's how that is. So I get that from the mother's standpoint, because don't bring no babies here.
Yo, shout out to Mr. Glass. Lee Glass is chiming in right now. I love the husbands that support the wives.
Yes.
Now, I wish he was here so I would have asked him, is your wife hard-headed? You can put it in the chat. You can put it in the comment. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up front. She always be like, "Honey, I got it. Stop. Move. I got it." Lady D?
It's not about me tonight. It's about the beautiful guests that we have.
No. This is family. We shout out to Lynn. Lynn is somewhere listening. You already know when we do this, it's family. It's like a family reunion.
It's all about family. Yes.
Yeah, but you rolling your eyes at me. Let me skip some. Let me go past it. I'm not even gonna ask him. I'm not. No.
What did he say? I can't see.
Yes. Let me put up for that. She was seeing.
Okay.
Not me saying this. He said
Mr.
yes.
Mr. Glass, let's have a talk, baby. Don't do that. Okay,
he coming. He's smart.
Because he said it's what makes her successful. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
like that.
Okay.
That was smart.
Okay.
Good move.
Because he knew exactly what was about to happen.
Good move.
Yes, babe.
Very good move.
Okay.
I like that. Good move. So listen, shout out everybody that's on that project with you. Shout out to all the actors, actress that's on this project with you, and tell people what's going down that is upcoming in Atlanta, Georgia. The stage is yours, my sister.
Okay, so if you liked Unordinary Love, in about a year or two, we will be coming back with a feature film. Not this particular story, it's a new one. So yes, so we're working on that right now. We'll be seeking for funding in about 6 months. So keep your ears peaked, and you can always reach out to us at unordinarylovemovie.com. So you can reach us there as well.
How can people follow you on all social media platforms? Come on, sis, cousin. The stage is yours.
Okay. The best way to get all of my social media in one place is Linktree. So Linktree /Amanda Rosario Glass. All of my links are there. You can just see all of the little tabs and little icons, and just you can follow everything from Linktree.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go and watch this film. I'm telling y'all, it is amazing. I love it. So we wish you all of the best. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be here with us. We appreciate you, and we're going to be watching to see what happens.
Thank you so much, guys.
We love you to life. We love you to life. There's nothing you can do about it but love us back.
I do love you guys back. Thank you so much.
He's a genius. He's amazing. And he's blessed to have a queen like you. I know.
I'm blessed to have him as my king. So,
I love it.
Thank you guys so much.
World famous swag in the morning. That was Amanda Rosario Glass. Sis, we talk to you soon.
You showing off. Oh my God.
It's Super Thursday.